Hola, hoy les vamos a mostrar cómo tener el teclado iOS 7 del iPhone 5. Bueno, primero tenemos que dirigirnos al link que les voy a dejar en la descripción y tienen que descargar el archivo. Aceptar, iniciando descarga. Aquí comienza a descargar. Pero ya aquí descargó. Entonces nos va a aparecer, le damos siguiente, instalar y ahorita le damos en abrir. Ya aquí en esa parte pues ya tenemos que ir y pues seleccionar el tema. Está este blanco, está el negro y está el de colores, es idéntico al del iPhone. Entonces pues ustedes seleccionan el que quieran. Ya entonces tienen que ir a configuraciones, ya salen de acá, vamos a configuraciones y en la parte donde dice teclado de idiomas tienen que darle en esta parte, activarlo y en predeterminado poner este. Ya hecho esto, ya nos va a quedar el teclado activado. Vamos a escribir algo, ya nos aparece el teclado. Además este teclado pues ya viene con todas las caritas, los emojis y todo, como pueden ver. Vienen muchas caritas. Es exacto al del iPhone. Bueno, eso es todo. No se les olvide suscribirse a mi canal y gracias por ver el video.
This is the new iPhone 6.
And this is the new iPhone 6 Plus.
They're the biggest iPhones ever made.
They're huge.
Yeah, but their size is just the beginning.
Even though they're huge.
Sure, but they could change the way you see the world.
Oh, that is so huge.
They could improve your health.
Huge!
They're the biggest, most powerful iPhones ever made. Stop it, please. Stop it. Thank you.
Huge.
I sold an old iPhone 5 to them, and it was simple, fast, and secure. When portable phones first became a thing, they were pretty durable. You could drop it and it wouldn't necessarily break. But in today's market, if you drop your phone, there's a chance it shatters. So today I'm going to be drop testing the iPhone 6, but I'm not just going to try to destroy it. I'm not going to be throwing it off a 50-foot cliff or anything. I'm going to be doing realistic drops from the pocket, texting, and call to see how well it actually withstands, and that's a spoiler. Alright, so I'm taking a more realistic approach to the drop test. I'm going to do 3 different ones, being out of the pocket while texting, and then calling. And I'm going to kind of do them slowly to make sure it drops like fairly, but I can't control it completely, so there is a bit of randomness in it. So we're going to get started with the pocket one. So this is coming out of the pocket as if you were going to take a text, so like tilting the screen a little bit toward you as it comes out, so it'll probably land towards the back, but I can't guarantee anything. The phone is completely fine. I'm going to do it one more time because it lands straight on the back just to factor in for the randomness. So taking it out like I'm going to check something. Got caught. Both times it landed straight on the back because you're kind of tilting it as it takes out. And it is in perfect condition, but I'm going to take it closer to the camera to show. So now I'm going to do it from a texting level, still likely to land on the back, but it's more likely to bounce up and maybe hit something else. So I'm just going to be holding it here when I do it. So I'm going to go activate the camera. So it is recording as if I'm texting, and again, that's straight on the back. There was no screen contact to the ground, so I'm just going to do it again. That did bounce over to the screen, which is still in perfect condition. The back is definitely getting scuffed up. The camera is cracked. I'll show that close up. The camera, the protruding lens, is cracked, but for texting, since it's still landing on the back, it's fine. So this one I'm going to be doing from the ear as if I was talking on the phone. This one should do the most damage, theoretically, because it's from the highest thing and it could bounce. So I'm just going to turn this camera on and then drop it. So, that landed straight face down, and the screen is completely shattered and still functional. Touchscreen still working, but totally shattered. So I'm going to bring that close up. So conclusion time. When you dropped it on the back, it was fine. When it was dropped on the front, it got shattered. It's still functional, so there's hope for this device, whether it be selling it or fixing it or something, but it completely shattered when it hit the front, and I think that's due to like the curvature and the design of the phone. So if it's landing on any corner face down at all, the screen is basically gonna crack. That might lead you to use a case, which I personally am against cases. But as you could see in most of your everyday scenarios, taking it out of your pocket, which where it would drop, or texting if you bump into somebody, those are landing on the back, and you will be good if it lands on the back. But if it lands on the front, you're screwed. If you like this type of video, go ahead and leave a like if you want to see more iPhone 6 content or more destruction of technology. Subscribe. Thank you for watching, and stay classy. Before I head out, I want to mention Cell Cashier again. Now, you guys know that I would never recommend a service without trying it and enjoying it myself. Cellcashier.com is really easy to navigate and find what you're looking for. When I sold my iPhone 5 to them, they sent a package with all the necessary padding, so all I had to do was drop the iPhone in and send it back out. Cell Cashier purchases iPhones from all the major US carriers and currently only operates in the US. Their service is simple, fast, and secure. It's definitely the best way you could sell your iPhone.
Hola, soy el Gurú Movistar y hoy estoy aquí para presentarte a un grande. Bueno, a dos grandes. En Movistar traemos los nuevos iPhone 6 y iPhone 6 Plus, con pantallas mucho más amplias que los modelos anteriores, de 4.7 y 5.7 pulgadas, almacenamiento de 16, 64 o 128 GB. En Movistar podrás elegir el modelo que más se adapte a tus necesidades. Por ejemplo, si te gusta sacar muchas fotografías y grabar videos, te recomiendo elegir un almacenamiento de 64 GB. Si además de eso te gusta llevar contigo toda tu música y manejar una amplia gama de aplicaciones y juegos, un almacenamiento de 128 GB es tu opción. Ambos equipos cuentan con procesadores A8 de última generación, lo que se traduce en un 25% más de potencia y una mejora del 50% de las gráficas en comparación con el iPhone 5S. Además, cuenta con cámara de 8 megapíxeles con autofoco y estabilización de imagen. Con la tecnología Touch ID podrás usar tu huella dactilar como código. Con tan solo tocar el botón de inicio, el sensor leerá tu huella y desbloqueará el teléfono. Puedes usar el Touch ID para autorizar compras en iTunes Store, App Store y iBook Store. Ahora te voy a enseñar a configurar el Touch ID. Debes ir a Ajustes, luego a Touch ID y Código. Sigue las instrucciones en pantalla y configura tus huellas. Para evitar problemas con el Touch ID, te doy este consejo gurú. Mantén siempre actualizado el sistema operativo de tu iPhone. Revisa en Movistar.cl los planes multimedia 4G que vienen con el seguro total gratis por un año para tu iPhone, exclusivo de Movistar. Elige entre los modelos Silver, Gold o Space Gray. Este fue otro Gurú Movistar.
Apple's big event with two really big iPhones. This is the iPhone 6, and as you probably already know by now, it comes in two sizes. This is the 4.7-inch device, and this is a 5.5-inch device. It feels pretty massive, but it doesn't feel so massive that it's completely unwieldy. It's pretty narrow, so compared to really giant Android phones, it's not too bad to hold in one hand. Now, if we compare these models to the iPhone 5S, you can see here that it is quite a bit bigger, the 4.7 is. However, it is thinner And the buttons are a little bit nicer. They've got this iPad-style button here, a nicer ringer switch. On the back, the camera sticks out a little bit, but you still have the True Tone flash. So there's one more feature that's really worth noting on the new iPhone 6. If you double tap, you don't press, you just tap on the Touch ID home button, it pulls down the screen so that you can reach the stuff at the top. There are a lot of apps that don't support the back gesture, and so it's convenient to just be able to double tap on that thing to bring down stuff from the top of the screen so you can hit those buttons. So we've got a faster processor in here. It's the A8, and it's running iOS 8, of course, with the new HealthKit app, which works with the Apple Watch. But the really exciting thing, at least with the 5.5, is you can turn it into landscape and you get some extra features. So if we jump into messages here, you can see you've got a two-pane thing here you can look at, and then when you go into portrait, you actually get little avatars, whereas on the 4.7-inch model, when you go into messaging, you don't get those avatars. So not only do they just give you a bigger screen, they also give you more information on each screen. And then when you turn it sideways, you can see you get different interfaces there. Both of these models are available for pre-order on Friday, and they should be available for sale on September 19th. The 4.7-inch starts at $199 on contract, and the larger 5.5 starts at $299 on contract. And big event with two really big iPhones. This is the iPhone 6, and as you probably already know by now, it comes in two sizes. This is
Fans have wanted a bigger iPhone for quite some time, and now they officially have one. Make that two. Apple today revealed two new larger iPhones, the 4.7-inch iPhone 6 and the massive 5.5-inch iPhone 6 Plus. The iPhone 6 measures 6.9 millimeters thick, making it the thinnest device Apple has ever made, and the iPhone 6 Plus clocks in at 7.1 millimeters thick. That's still thinner than last year's iPhone 5S. Both phones featured a newly designed glass front that curves around the sides, and Apple says the new screen has Retina HD resolution. Under the hood, the phones feature Apple's new A8 processor, which Apple claims has up to 25% faster CPU performance and up to 50% faster graphics. Compared to the original iPhone, the new processor in the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus is 84 times faster. The phones also contain the new M8 processor with a built-in barometer which allows the phone to tell the difference between running and cycling, as well as accurately measures distance traveled and elevation. The company also made major improvements to its cameras. The iPhone 6 has an 8-megapixel camera, like the last model, but Apple added a, quote, next-generation eyesight sensor, which is said to make the autofocus twice as fast as the 5S. The iPhone 6 Plus has an even greater camera, though, featuring significantly improved optical image stabilization. This means that the lens can physically move to compensate for the movement of your hand. The iPhone 6 Plus won't be the first smartphone to feature optical image stabilization, but it will be the first iPhone to do so. Video has also been improved across both phones. The smartphones can shoot 1080p video in 30 or 60 frames per second, and there's a fairly stunning 240 FPS slow-mo video mode too. The iPhone 6 will start at $200, and the new iPhone 6 Plus will start at $300, and both are available for pre-order on September 12th, and will ship on September 19th.